Looking at finding perimeter. Does anyone have an idea of how you find perimeter? So if you are trying to find perimeter, you are adding all the sides. Okay? So when we find perimeter, we are adding all the sides. Okay? So when my bad. Okay. So when we find perimeter, we have to what?
Add the outside.
Add the sides. Good. So if we look on page 32, we have a shape in that top corner. What is that shape? Keegan? A square. And when we have a square, Sarah, what do we know about the sides? Are they all different? Are they the same when we have a square? They're the same, right? Because it only tells us that one side is 2 feet, right? But all the sides are the same because it's a square. So, how would I find the perimeter of that square, Ella?
2 times 4.
2 times 4, or you could go 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, right? So what is 2 times 4?
8.
8, okay? So, where it says, how did you find the perimeter? You'll say that you add the sides, okay? So, we just said that our perimeter was 8. And how did we know? We added the sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you need to write that down in your math box, or in your math journal at the very top. Now, the next part says, how many inches is that? Because what is our unit of measure for the first part? It says it's 2 what? Mary? Feet. So we have 2 feet. How do we figure out inches? What do we need to do, Grace?
You can do, because there's 12 inches and there's 4 sides, you can do 12 times 4, which is 48.
Right. Well, it's 12 times what?
4.
Well, not 4, because we added the sides. So it's 12. What's our perimeter?
8.
8. So we're doing 12 times 8. Okay? Does that make sense? So what's 12 times 2? 12 times 2, or 8 times 2 is?
16.
16. I was like, why is she looking at me like that? Because I'm losing it. 8 times 1 is?
8.
Plus 1?
9.
9. So, it is 96 inches. Okay?
Perimeter?
What?
The perimeter?
Alright, so now it says, explain how you converted from feet to inches. We multiplied 12 by 8 because there are 12 inches in 1 foot, right? Bobbleheads? You guys are getting a little distracted. Alright, so you need to explain that we multiplied 12 by 8 because there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So write that down. Alright, so now look at number 1. We need to find the perimeter of this rectangle. When we find perimeter, we need to do what? Everyone? Add all the sides. So, does that mean I just add 15 plus 9? No, because that's only 2 of the sides, right? So, we have this rectangle, and it says 15 feet, right? No, inches. Inches and 9 inches. Okay? But whatever this side is, this side's going to be, right? Because they are the same length. And whatever this side is, this side's going to be because they are the same length. Okay? So now we're going to do 15 plus 15 equals what?
30.
30. And then we're going to do 9 plus 9, which equals
18.
18. Now we need to add these two together. 0 plus 8 is?
8.
3 plus 1 is?
4.
4. So how many inches is our perimeter? 48. Now, they want us to write an equation, okay? Our equation is 15 plus 15 plus 9 plus 9 equals 48 inches, okay? And they already gave you inches, so you don't have to write that down. But this, what I'm circling, is our equation, okay? That's how we got our answer. You need to write that down. It asks for your equation. 15 plus 15 plus 9 plus 9 equals 48. Okay, that's how we found our answer. Any questions on number 1? Okay. Now, it says we need to, so we're going to measure the length, and we're going to do that in a minute. I want us to move on before we do this part, because this part's, we're going to do it in a minute. Okay? All right, go and look at 33. So, we already know it says the formulas for rectangles that's an L, okay? L plus W plus W. So that means length plus width plus width plus width. So length plus width plus width. That's what that means. What?
On 32, do we have to do that?
We're going to do it in a minute. And then the other one would just be length times 2 and width times 2, and you add them together. Or the other one is length plus width times 2. Okay? So these are just other ways that you could do it. So it says use a formula to find the perimeter of the rectangle. So let's do a different formula. So here we did the first one, right? We did length plus width plus width, right? We did length plus width plus width. That's the first formula that they gave us, right? Those little sticks, those aren't ones, that's an L, okay? So now I want us, on this one, we're going to try one of their other formulas. But the most important thing to remember when you do perimeter, as long as you know to add the sides, you'll be fine. Okay? So now, this is for the rectangles. So we're on number 3. We have 3 inches and 2 inches, okay? So, let's look at the formula. Perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. Okay? That's the second formula up there. So, that means 2 times the length. What's 2 times 3? Keegan? 6. And then we have to add 2 times the width. What's 2 times 2? What? 4. And what's 6 plus 4? 10. Now, let's double check and see if it's the same. So, we're doing 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 3 plus 2 10. So did we get the same answer? Yes. So our equation that you need to write, just do the 6 plus 4 equals 10. You can write that, okay? What? Good. All right, so for number 3B, we are going to use the formula perimeter equals 2 times the sum of length plus width, okay? So, our equation is going to be 2 times length. What's my length? Which one's my length? It's my longer side, Samara. 24. So think length is the longer side usually, okay? Plus, what's my width? Everyone? 18. So, this is part of our equation. So what's 24 plus 18? Well, what's 4 plus 8?
12.
12. So we got to carry a 1. 2 plus 1 is?
3.
Plus 1?
4.
So we have 42 times 2. Okay? What's 42 times 2? So 2 times 2 is?
4.
And 2 times 4 is?
8.
8. So my answer for my equation 2 times 42 is 8 inches. Okay? These are just different ways, but if it's easier for you to just do, okay, 24 plus 24 is 42 or 48 plus 18 plus 18 and do it that way, that's fine. As long as you get perimeter by adding all the sides, it's fine. I'm just showing you how this works. Okay? All right, look at number 4. Jerry wants to build a rectangle vegetable garden with a fence around it. He wants the garden to be 8 feet long and 4 feet wide. Sketch his garden and then find the perimeter. So, they say he wants a rectangular one, right? They said he wants a rectangular vegetable garden. So we know the length and width are going to be different.
Can you use the rulers for this?
You can, but you don't need to. Okay? Only if you can do it quickly. So, he wants the length, so the long ways at the bottom, the length to be how long? Bella?
8.
8 feet. And what's my width? Grace?
4 feet.
4 feet. Now, I need to make the rest of my garden, okay? So we close it up. Now, that means this is 8 feet, and this is 4 feet, okay? Any questions about this? You need to sketch this on your paper. You have 30 seconds. It's just a rectangle with 8 and 4. All right, so what is 8 plus 8?
16.
16, and then what's 4 plus 4?
8.
8. So what's 6 plus 8? 14. 1 plus 1 is? 2. So, we have 8 plus 8 was 16, 4 plus 4 was 8, 16 plus 8 is?
24.
24 feet. That is the perimeter of the vegetable garden. Any questions on that one? All right. So now look at number 3. Munja's parents are building a deck. A diagram to the right is to the right. They want the perimeter to be 44 feet. So that's the perimeter. That's how much it's all going to add up to be. Okay? One side must be 12 feet long. What is the measurement of the width? So, we know one side is 12 feet, okay? The perimeter, we already know P equals 44, okay? And we know the length equals 12 feet, right? So, we already know, everyone look, when we have this shape, it looks kind of like a square, but it's not quite a square, okay? So we know this is 12 feet, which means this is what?
12 feet.
12 feet. Okay, what is 12 plus 12?
24.
24. So there is already 24 feet being used, right? So we're going to take our total perimeter, which was 44 feet, and subtract the 24 feet that we already know about. Okay? So look up here, guys. We have 12 plus 12 was 24. So we know we've already used 24 of the 44 we had. So what's 4 minus 4?
0.
And 4 minus 2?
2.
2. So we have 20 feet that we have to split evenly over here. So we're going to divide it by 2. What divided by 2 gets us 20? 10. Or what times 2 gets us 20, sorry. So let's check. We've got 12 plus 12 is?
24.
And 10 plus 10 is?
20.
20. And 20 plus 24 gets us? 44. So that means our width is 10 feet. Okay? Okay. What's the perimeter?